Good, happy Friday morning, September 11, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Friday morning, so let's begin. First up, let's begin with your COVID-19 updates. Coronavirus in New Hampshire, updated data and information. Let's take a look at that right now. And here is a look at that for all of you right now. There are 7,573 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. 6,394,655 number of people in the United States have tested positive. 434 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 719 number of people have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 702 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. And now let's take a look at this current map of New Hampshire right here, where current cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester, 43. Let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire, where total cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester, 1969. And now let's take a look at these three charts here. Let's start with the first chart here. New cases each day in New Hampshire. In the purple, daily new positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, new hospitalizations. In the red are the deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here. Current cases. In the purple, total current COVID-19 cases. And in the orange, current hospitalizations. And let's take a look at this chart here. Total cases in the purple, total positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, total hospitalizations. Red, deaths, and blue, recovered. And let's take a look at this chart here. Age group of cases, female and male of cases, and risk information. And let's take a look at this chart here. Infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. And let's take a look at this chart here. Deaths, percent of New Hampshire population, race/ethnicity of cases, and hospitalizations. And a reminder, your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, difficult breathing, chills, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information. Governor attributes increase in COVID-19 cases to testing of college students. Sununu says more asymptomatic cases being caught early. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Protect your home and family for years to come with a new roof from Queen City Roofing. The entire crew takes pride in giving the best customer service. Excellent.
Daily positive COVID-19 tests are trending up in New Hampshire. Tonight, there are 56 new cases, but 15 of those are people younger than 18. And state officials expected the numbers to increase as more students are tested.
To put it in perspective, a couple weeks ago, we were averaging maybe 2,200, 2,500 tests per day. There are some days when we're doing 4,000 to 5,000 tests now.
Many of those tests are being done at college campuses. Governor Sununu says there's a system in place to handle an uptick of cases, as well as capacity in hospitals.
It's not just about the cases. I guess that's the overall point. It's really about being able to handle the most severe symptoms and making sure that a lot of the more significant outbreaks don't happen.
On the long-term care front, facilities in Sullivan County can expand visitation opportunities due to low viral transmission. But in Grafton County, numbers are rising, forcing facilities there to scale back reopening. And tonight, the state is releasing $43 million in CARES Act money to businesses, nonprofits, long-term care homes, and healthcare providers that didn't qualify for initial coronavirus relief aid. The state now has about $200 million left in federal money that must be used before 2021.
We just think this is a great opportunity to put CARES Act dollars back into our communities, into the economy, help and support a lot of the employment that is necessary for these organizations.
Through contact tracing, health officials say they haven't identified any positive cases of the virus from President Trump's rally in Londonderry 2 weeks ago, and one case has been tied to Motorcycle Week. In Concord, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Bodies believed to be Newport grandson missing since Monday, found in Bosquen. Found off Route 4, 40 miles from Newport. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Strict attention to detail. That's what sets Kubota construction equipment apart. It's how we maximize performance.
A tragic development in the search for a grandfather and his grandson missing since they set out on a motorcycle ride on Labor Day tonight. Police believe they discovered the bodies of those two men. WMUR's Gene Mackin joins us live in Boscawen with those developments.
This is a heartbreaking discovery. Just minutes ago, police confirmed that they did find the bodies of two men believed to be the missing grandfather and grandson from Newport. Video from the scene here tonight. They say that the bodies of the two men and a motorcycle matching the description of the missing motorcycle were found off Route 4 in Boscawen in an area dense with brush that would be very, very difficult to see from the road. But police say there was evidence of some sort of an accident which drew them into the area. 69-year-old Jerry Proper and his 22-year-old grandson Cody Pillsbury headed out for a ride on Jerry's red Honda trike Monday afternoon from Newport. They were reported missing when they did not return home, launching a search by ground and air. Police say they used Cody's cell phone to ping the location east of Newport. This location is about 40 miles from Newport. Police tell us that technology and checking cameras in the area led them here. This is what they told us just moments ago about finding the two bodies.
It was in a very densely wooded area, sort of swampy. It was very difficult to access. Our heart breaks with the family. It's a terrible loss. We feel very badly for them. I'm so very thankful to the help that we've received over the last 3 days.
Now, we did talk to the family just yesterday, desperate for answers, but comforted that law enforcement and citizens were out searching for the missing grandfather and grandson. Once again, we do not have full confirmation of their identities, but investigators here tonight tell us everything matches the description of the missing grandfather and grandson, along with that missing motorcycle. They are still piecing together exactly what went wrong here on Route 4 in Boscawen. Live in Boscawen tonight, Gene Mackin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Investigation underway after inappropriate behavior in online Concord High class, officials say. Principal says one student dropped pants, another made inappropriate comments. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Protect your home and family for years to come with a new roof from Queen City Roofing. The entire crew takes pride in giving the best customer service. Excellent.
Concord High School students began their school year on Tuesday in a mostly remote model.
Unfortunately, a minuscule number of kids, underclassmen, decided to take advantage of the situation and did some inappropriate things online.
Concord police and school officials are looking into whether or not the students carrying out the behaviors were impersonating other students at the time.
one of the kids lowered his pants. Another student made some inappropriate comments on the chat.
Once that happened, the teacher shut down the students' access to class. Starting today, there are some new rules.
We've asked kids to be on camera for the first 5 minutes of class because they do have the option of not being on camera for most of the time. That way the teacher can identify who's there.
The principal says students can also no longer change their entrance screen name, and they'll have to wait for the teacher to unmute them to speak.
We're talking about a minuscule number of kids who nonetheless are disappointing us a great deal and disappointing the community.
The IT department is also investigating to see what else can be done. The director is looking for anyone who may have video or a screenshot of what happened.
I've already pulled down today logs of the screen names of students who joined the class and what time they joined, and we'll correlate that with other logs that we have from the Chromebooks, including websites that the students visited. I don't think it's coincidental that it happened at our high school, and we haven't had reports of this at our elementary school.
Tonight, the principal could not tell me what kind of punishment these students may face. Reporting in Concord, Kristen Carosa, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Nashua mayor tests positive for COVID-19. 3 cases of COVID-19 confirmed at Nashua City Hall, officials say. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Protect your home and family for years to come with a new roof from Queen City Roofing. The entire crew takes pride in giving the best customer service. Excellent.
During the portion of the Nashua Board of Aldermen meeting where Mayor Jim Donchis updates the city on the coronavirus situation, Donchis announced that he had tested positive for COVID-19.
I think the lesson here is that no matter how careful you are, that we need to continue to exercise a lot of caution.
Mayor Donchis says that he was told last week that he met with a City Hall employee who had a family member test positive. And this past weekend, it was confirmed that the mayor also had the virus. Donchis is one of 3 City Hall workers to test positive. The city's health department says all Nashua City Hall staff were notified, and anyone who wants to be tested is encouraged to do so.
Everybody with whom any of the 3 people has been in contact has been talked with. They're in quarantine. A number of them have been tested, and they've come up negative, all except for the 3 of us.
Mayor Donchis says that his symptoms are like the flu, and his case of coronavirus does not appear serious. He says he followed all the rules, everything from no indoor dining to masks to social distancing, and he still got sick.
Someone who exercises my degree of caution, as I've done over the last 6 months, unlikely to get the coronavirus, but it just shows that it can slip through, that it's sneaky, and you just don't know where it might come from.
Mayor Donchis says that most of his work is being done remotely, and he hopes to get back to a full schedule as soon as the experts say that it is okay. Reporting live, Mandy Hirschberger, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Volunteer Tutoring Technology Initiative launched to help Nashua students. United Way spearheads program to help students learning remotely. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer.
Protect your home and family for years to come with a new roof from Queen City Roofing. The entire crew takes pride in giving the best customer service.
Initiative is a collaboration of civic groups, along with the Nashua School District and Teachers Union.
We're building a very large version of a homework club.
So an effort is underway now to recruit volunteer tutors who will be able to help students who are struggling.
We're putting out the call to all of the retired teachers in the community. That's probably the most likely place where we're going to find a deep bench of people who are interested in stepping up.
And the estimated need is great. Perhaps as many as half the students in grades 1 through 11, or 4,000 to 5,000 students. The tutoring will be done in person at one of the many organizations that currently provides youth services or remotely, and tailored to fit the family's schedule.
If it needs to be at 7 o'clock at night, our tutors will do that. We're trying very hard to build something which is extremely flexible to meet our family's needs.
They are also starting a technology pantry, refurbishing old laptops and tablets for those in need. Affelberg citing one family as an example.
That has 3 siblings in grades 6, 7, and 8 that are sharing one Chromebook. And they can't do their homework because they're competing at the exact same time for the exact same device.
So in addition to tutors, they're also looking for old laptops and tablets. And don't worry about the condition. They have technology volunteers that'll make them serviceable. Ray Brewer, WMUR News Now.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. U.S. stock futures rise following Thursday's wild ride. U.S. stock futures traded higher early Friday after a volatile session in which the recent tech sell-off resumed. And today marks the anniversary of September 11th. How this year's ceremony will be different. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC 7 and Y.
GEICO is now offering an extra 15% credit on car and motorcycle policies.
That's great.
That's 15% on top of what GEICO could already save you. So what are you waiting for? John Stamos to knit you a scarf?
I'll finish, Gene. Enjoy.
Thank you.
I give.
The stitch work is impeccable.
That's just a double fleck pattern with a reverse garter stitch. No big deal.
Is your hair this soft?
Softer.
GEICO. Save an extra 15% when you switch by October 7th.
This morning, we're remembering the tragedy of the September 11th attacks that happened 19 years ago today. It was a day that certainly changed America as attacks unfolded and left nearly 3,000 people dead.
This year, the ceremonies will look a lot different in the age of coronavirus, but the message still the same on this somber day.
Eyewitness News reporter Candace McCowan joins us live from Lower Manhattan. And Candace, we should also not forget all the people who died subsequently to 9/11 because of cancers, etc., still suffering to this day. Good morning to you.
Yeah, Ken, Shirlene, we absolutely cannot forget the many numbers and how much it has grown over the year. There's actually going to be 2 ceremonies this year. One of them is actually going to be an alternate ceremony that is held at Zuccotti Park. It's going to be sponsored by Tunnel to Towers, where family members are actually invited to come in person and read the names of their loved ones. Now, here at the site where you have your traditional ceremony, they will have a much different 9/11 remembrance because of the pandemic. There will be no podium and no families on a stage reading names. Instead, they will play the recording used by the museum of family members reading the names of those that were lost on this day 19 years ago. Some of the victims' family members aren't happy with this year's changes.
We have the tribute to light and the reading of the names every year. They could put masks on, social distance and everything else. I think they just want to stop doing the ceremony, and I think it's a slap in the face to us. What we ask for is that day. We don't get anything else. They don't want to bring back the memory of people dying down there.
Well, we will see the annual tribute and lights that will shine, even though it seemed to be in jeopardy this year. That's going to happen later this evening. In August, the 9/11 Memorial and Museum canceled the ceremony because of safety concerns due to the pandemic. Then they reversed the decision. Governor Cuomo stepping in, saying that the state will provide the support needed to set up the memorial. Now, former Vice President Joe Biden, he's going to be here at this site this morning. Vice President Mike Pence will also be here at the site, but he's been invited to the alternate ceremony as well.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And join me this evening for a special broadcast remembering 9/11. That will be this evening, and we are looking for people to share their memories of the day. So if you would like to do that, send us an email. you can see the post on the Riley King Network Facebook page. Thank you for watching this morning broadcast of the Riley King Newscast. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Friday. See you back here later on for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.